but the secret to more restful sleep might actually be found in the gym. And Maggie Downey from Personal Euphoria is here with all of the details. So Maggie, let's break down some of the science behind the snooze. Are there certain kinds of exercise that can actually improve our sleep cycle?
So yes, and so here's the thing. We know exercise improves sleep. That's definitive. There's plenty of research. Where it gets sticky is what duration, what style of exercise, what time of day. And that's different potentially for men and women, depending on our age. That can seem like overwhelming, like, well, what do I do? You can't tell me this exact definition. But it can also be empowering because you can experiment.
Right.
So for example, if you struggle to fall asleep, there's some indications that if you exercise in the morning, it increases your melatonin at night.
Okay.
It might help you fall asleep. If you struggle to stay asleep, exercising in the evening might increase your REM sleep.
Okay.
And so you'll stay asleep with more ease. But if you go to the evening, which people used to think if you exercised at night, it kept you up. That's not what the science says anymore.
All right.
But you need an hour or two to calm back down. So you can't exercise and then get into bed.
Right. All right, so that's good information to know. And so what are some of those exercises that we can incorporate to help us out, whether we're doing it in the morning or the night, in the afternoon, anything in between?
The truth is, anything you like. The sweet spot is probably going to be high-end, moderate cardio exercise.
Okay.
But you can do strength training. A huge study just came out of Germany showing that 2 days or more of strength training helped with sleep.
Interesting. Okay.
Interval training, so high vigorous exercise, but not too much of it. Bouts of 15 minutes up to 3 times a week. Otherwise, they think that starts to impede your sleep, so nothing too intense. So
a lot to remember.
It's a lot to remember. If you're stuck, think moderate exercise. So you want to hit, like on a scale of 1 to 10, 5 to 7.
Sure.
You want to be winded. And that we can do, like you can even start pulling your elbows back, bringing your heels to your
Which, by the way, anybody shocked again that I've got heels on? No, no one's shocked at home, right? So you stretch it out, okay.
But they know you're like ready to move. You can do this in here.
Yeah, exactly, right? I'm a pro now. But this is good. This is also accessible for folks who might be easing into their fitness journey.
Yep, and you would take this up. This you might not want to do in here. You would take this up to your level, right?
Yeah.
So you could run it out.
I'll do a light jog,
A light jog. Always a modification, right? So you could do a basic squat. If you're doing strength training, the study showed so you'd stick your butt out and squat down and then come back up.
And the technique, again, we have talked about it here on the show before, very important because you can injure yourself if you don't do it right.
Yep, right. You don't want to overarch the back and you don't want to round forward.
Sure.
So neutral and you're sticking that butt out.
Yes.
But this can be strength training because that study showed you didn't need weights, you just needed your body weight.
Okay.
So if you have no weights at home and you've struggled with sleep and you've done cardio, try some strength. Some other subtle tips are, there's ample research to show rocking helps all ages sleep. Rocking, just like a baby gets rocked to sleep.
Oh my goodness, I kind of love that.
I love it. So you can, like, before bedtime, just try to find...
Really?
Yeah, you're trying to find a rhythmic rock that feels nice in your body.
Okay, it's also like you're doing a little choreography, right? Like you're getting into it.
I mean, that's exactly, you want to, like, not worry what anybody thinks, just sort of find your smooth, rhythmic movement.
And then maybe talk about the value of working with a professional like yourself, because you read a million things on the internet, right? You might not necessarily be doing what's best for you. So working with someone like yourself, you can kind of customize the workout routine and say, hey, this could be great for you.
Yeah, that this is worth trying. And that gives you that dialogue of to say, you know, I exercise a lot, but my sleep is off. And you get tips of someone who has hopefully researched.
Yeah.
For example, I exercise a lot. I'm not the greatest sleeper. And one of the things that has helped me the most is muscle tension and release. I wake up at night, I tense, I release. It works like 80% of the time. Okay, and if people want more information about you, where can they follow you? Personal Euphoria. Awesome. Thanks so much for coming on. We appreciate it. I mean, we got the pillows in place, right? It looks like we could take a snooze during the commercial break, but